What's up, YouTube? I'm G Infinite. Today, I'll be talking about the newest box set out, which is on Alpha Flight, the Canadian group known as Alpha Flight. So stay tuned for today's episode on Alpha Flight. Alright guys, so this is what the box set looks like. This is the Alpha Flight box set. Very cool. And there you see the picture of the Alpha Flight members. Of course, you have Snowbird, Shaman, you have Aurora. Then over here you have the Vindicator, you have Puck, and North Star. So really cool. Like this box set a lot, and it's a very cool traditional box set there. You can tell by the colors, it's red and white. Of course, the Alpha Flight is from Canada, so this is just a really cool look to the box set. And of course, there you see inside the box the other members of Alpha Flight. Of course, you're missing the leader. The leader came out, and there you have the leader right there, which is Guardian. And then on this side you have Sasquatch, and of course my Build-A-Figure Puck. Even though there is a Puck in this box set, I still have my Build-A-Figure Puck, which was very difficult to get. And then of course the Build-A-Figure Sasquatch, which is a big part of Alpha Flight. So this is the other members of Alpha Flight that you see in the box set. So I'm gonna get directly into it, and just wanted to show you a couple more features of the box set. That's what the box set looks like. Very cool artwork, and this is from Marvel's 80 years. Of course, there you see a little bit more artwork, which is pretty neat. And then of course on the side over here you have a little bit more of those drawings of the members that come in the box set. So very cool. I really like Alpha Flight. Alpha Flight has been around forever, so for them to drop this epic box set is really neat. And there you see a really cool display of Alpha Flight in the back of the box. But like I said, they're still missing the other members, which is the Build-A-Figure Sasquatch and Guardian. Of course, if you don't have a Puck, it's okay because he comes in this box set. However, I do have the Build-A-Figure Puck that you guys are looking at over there. And this box set is just really neat. Love the artwork. So I'm going to get into these figures. So the first figure that I'm going to start with, of course, is going to be Snowbird. Alright guys, so the first figure that I want to get into today is Snowbird. Like what they did with the costume, kept it very traditional to the comic books. Of course, there you see the all white with baby blue. Of course, most of the uniform is mainly white, but then you see that lining going all the way down is baby blue. The gloves that you're looking at there are also baby blue. And it's just a really cool looking figure. Love what they did with the cape. If you can tell, the cape there. A lot of sharp edges on the cape. And then, of course, the head sculpt, really cool. They gave her that blonde hair, and there you see she has the white headpiece there with that blue stone. And she looks really serious, really cool. And of course, this is Snowbird. They did a really good job with her. And there you see the blonde hair and what that looks like. And of course, a little bit more of the cape in detail. And yeah, man, this is a really well done figure. Very articulated and pretty easy to pose, believe it or not. So that's a plus. Definitely not as hard to pose as like some of the other female characters of Marvel Legends like Emma Frost and so forth. But yeah, this is Snowbird from Marvel's 80 years, the Alpha Flight box set. Alright guys, the next guy is Dr. Shaman, or Shaman, however you want to call him. He's really cool, very native Indian looking, and just a really cool character in Alpha Flight. I want to get directly into the head sculpt there. There you see kind of like the long black hair, and of course the yellow headband. Well crafted, if you ask me. Like what they did with the head sculpt, very serious looking. And of course, the uniform there, you have the colors of yellow and green. And of course, he has some type of gauntlets there that are yellow, almost a goldish color. And the belt there, you can see has yellow, but at the very bottom has a little bit of that green all the way down. The boots are yellow. Then looking at the back, there you can see a better look of the back. And on the side here, just really, really cool. There you see he has kind of like a compartment there. And it looks really, really neat. I think these figures were all well done, but of course this is probably one of my favorites. He's just really a cool force. And I really am happy that Marvel Legends decided to bring out a group like Alpha Flight. For those of you that don't know, Alpha Flight has been around forever. Alpha Flight even at one time had Wolverine as part of their group. So just a really, really cool look to the new Alpha Flight from Marvel Legends. And this is Shaman from Marvel's 80 Years Alpha Flight box set. Alright guys, so the next figure I want to get into is Aurora. Aurora being part of Alpha Flight and also a force to be reckoned with. I like what they did with this figure. Of course, looking at the head sculpt there, you see the hair on the side. And then of course coming down in the front. Traditional, of course, suit there, the white and black, kind of like the same as North Star, which I'll be getting into in a couple of minutes. And then of course the gloves are white and the boots are white, mainly black, of course, on the legs. And then looking a little bit in detail, the back, there you see the black hair coming all the way down. And then of course on the side there, a little bit more of that graphics that you see there. All that white extending into the center of the back. And then, of course, the white boots. This is a well done figure as well. Like I said, most of these figures have their traditional uniforms on, which is really, really cool. And this is Aurora from Alpha Flight. Alright guys, so the next figure I want to get into is the Vindicator. The Vindicator having the same colors as Guardian, of course, who's the leader of Alpha Flight. One thing that I like about the Vindicator is the goggles that they gave her. Of course, I wanted the color to be blue instead of red, but I guess they wanted to keep it more closer to the actual uniform colors. So they gave her that red goggles that you see there, or shades, however you want to look at it. And then the head sculpt, really cool, but it's mainly covered there in white, as you can see. And of course the shades cover the eyes, and pretty much the mouth is still a little exposed there, which is pretty much what you can see. And then of course the arms are red, and the red extends all the way down to the sides. It's like that half red, half white on this side. And then of course the gloves are white. On the other side you see more of that red, but it doesn't extend all the way down the other leg. And of course, let me give you a little closer look to the back, what that looks like. There you see the ponytail of the hair, which is coming out of the mask. Kind of like an orange color, which is pretty cool. And then there you see a little bit more of the back. And then the red on the side again. So, I mean, this is a really, really cool Vindicator. Of course, looking at the head sculpt there, you could kind of see like the ears that are covered in that white mask. And it is a really, really well-crafted figure. This is Vindicator from Marvel's 80 Years Alpha Flight box set. Alright guys, the next figure I want to get into is the small man and strong man of Alpha Flight. There you see Puck. And I have two of them, of course. This one right here on the side is my Build-A-Figure Puck, which is really, really cool. Of course, the mustache there is a little bit longer. The head, however, is smaller on this figure, but the body is very similar in scale to the box set Puck that you're looking at here. This is the box set Puck. And of course, if you're noticing side by side, this P on the Build-A-Figure Puck is a little bit thicker. The P, of course, for Puck. And then the P on this side is thinner. And it's a more metallic kind of gold color instead, as opposed to the orange on this figure here. So getting into the figure Puck from the box set, one thing that they did that's very different is the mustache. They kept it very short on this figure. So here, of course, on the head sculpt here is a little bit bigger than the Build-A-Figure. But this Puck was well done. I like, of course, what they did. A lot of detail, and you could tell very muscular for a little guy. There you can see like the muscles on the legs. And the head sculpt is pretty neat. Like what they did, of course. There you see the mask is mainly black. And then, of course, he has the wrappings on the wrist are black. And the boots are black. So they did a really good job with this Puck. Like, if you're looking at them back to back, they're very similar in scale. The Build-A-Figure and the Puck from the Marvel 80 Years Alpha Flight box set. The only difference would be in the head sculpt, where this one, the mustache is more full. Here, the mustache is shorter. And, of course, the head sculpt is a little bit different. Here, he looks a little bit more serious. Here, he looks serious still, but a little bit more confused, if you're asking me. So this is a really, really cool Puck. And this is the Puck from Marvel Legends, the one with the orange P. And then, of course, the Puck from the box set with the gold P on the center of the chest. And this is the Puck from the Marvel 80 Years Alpha Flight box set. Alright guys, so the last figure I want to get into is Northstar. Northstar having a very similar costume to Aurora. There, of course, you see Northstar in the black and white costume. And, of course, mainly white on the upper part of the chest. As you get to the abdomen, it's all black. Same thing with the shoulders. They go from a white to a black on the side of the shoulders. And of course the gloves there that kind of like have that pointy white mixed in with the black. And looking at the side there, you see a little bit more of that white extending to like the portion of the leg. And then mainly more of that white on the side of the upper, on the side over here, and on the upper part of the back. And the boots are white. And this is Northstar. I just want to let you guys know, yes, Wolverine played a major role in this Alpha Flight, but he did leave to the X-Men. And then, of course, that guy right there, the leader, Guardian, decided to go get him back. So Alpha Flight kind of went to war with the X-Men. And I don't have to tell you who won that battle, because obviously I'm an X-Men guy. So the X-Men won. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. But Alpha Flight is still a very dominant group. Of course, when you go up against the X-Men, it's just a whole different kind of story. So X-Men being the X-Men and having, I mean, mutants that have extremely high power levels. For those of you that don't know, Guardian, what gives him his power is the suit that he wears. So he technically doesn't have any power. Guardian is a scientist, so he's just really, really smart. And the suit is what gives him all this energy and this power of flight and so forth. This is the group and what it looks like. Of course, we're missing one guy, which I just spoke about, and that is Northstar. And there you have him. This is Northstar, Aurora. There, of course, you have Shaman and Puck, Vindicator, my Build-A-Figure Sasquatch, Guardian that comes from the BAF wave of Wendigo. And here, of course, Snowbird. So this is what the group looks like. If you want to go ahead and get the whole group, you would still have to get the Build-A-Figure that you see back there. And it's just really, really cool because it just looks like the whole set is finally complete, and all we were missing is this box set to come out so we can actually have all the figures of Alpha Flight. Like I said, Sasquatch, you would have to get all the figures to build Sasquatch because he is a Build-A-Figure. And of course, if you don't have to worry about having the Build-A-Figure Puck anymore, because obviously the Puck came in this box set, so that's a plus as well. Once you get the box set, you don't have to kind of purchase a Build-A-Figure Puck. So this is what Alpha Flight looks like, and definitely a very, very cool group that was formed by the Canadian government. And mainly, of course, all of these guys are all Canadian. So just a really cool group to look at as far as on display. This is how they look normally. So yes, this is the Marvel's 80 Years Alpha Flight box set. Please subscribe, hit that bell for the next notification, and definitely hit us with a like. I'm G Infinite. Peace out, YouTube.